They're my last minute underwear.
Throw them away.
I have another pair where the elastic comes down, so sometimes when I'm walking, the underwear goes down to where my ankles should be, but in my pants.
Okay, you need to throw all of these away, and you need to buy some new underwear, please.
But I don't want to.
And also, my name is Tormental. This is TheKetsup, and he's still drunk despite all his
No,
proclamations
I'm
otherwise.
I'm still sober. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure,
Still quite sober.
sure, sure.
I only had half a bottle of gin.
Sober people throw out underwear when they don't need it.
That's what you say.
Oh man. So good luck to you with whatever role you got.
So, we're just gonna ignore that potentially I might be a flasher,
Okay. Yeah. I didn't
and I might have.
I didn't record the story, just the
Oh
aftermath.
no!
So
Well, whatever. I'm keeping it. So
what happened was he
potentially,
flashed some children, but that's all right.
no. It was a. I was in my house, so it's totally normal.
Yeah, the children had come over trying to sell cookies, and he took them in and flashed them.
My gown. I was wearing a dress. Just the wind came up and blew my skirt up, and I wasn't wearing underwear because I'm like that. I don't believe in underwear.
You don't believe in it, like it doesn't exist, or what?
It's nope, like the Tooth Fairy, just not existing.
Oh man, you've never had like phantom underwear pains, or anything?
No, no. I mean, you're born without it, so why do you need it?
That's right.
If you came out with little undies, then I get underwear, but there's no point.
Oh god.
If you wipe well enough, you don't need
Catsup,
underwear.
catsup, please.
If you wipe, Ketsup, please.
Catsup, please. Catsup, this is a highbrow channel. I'll have you know. uh, insert classical music here.
So,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
anyways, my window happened to be open for Tormental's audience because I'm keeping it,
Uh,
and the people saw me putting my underwear on or trying to fit my penis inside of it because
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
his
just-
massive. Yeah,
massive schwang.
yeah.
It's huge.
It was like a shawarma, that schwang.
Yeah, it stinks like it too.
Oh God, why?
It's drippy and everything.
This wouldn't happen if you didn't have sex with shawarma. Stop ordering takeout.
It feels so good.
Oh God.
And you got a snack for afterwards.
Oh God. What? The shawarma or the penis? But yeah.
It's kind of hard to eat your own penis, don't you think?
Probably.
At least you start choking and just
Well, I mean, if you're getting into that position in the first place, you probably aren't choke prone. I don't know.
I tried to do that as a kid.
Oh,
You're in a
really?
position
Well,
where you
is
sit
this
down
is this
and you
another
try-
story?
No, well, this just a thing I tried to do as a kid where you sit down and you're like, yeah, why not? Give it a shot. And you start bending your head down a
Oh
little too
God.
far. And that's when I learned about you can pull your back.
That's when you learned about crapping yourself until you die,
Uh,
till actual death.
so,
Oh, the cats. Do you tell me a story about your past that's totally wholesome and unoffensive, or inoffensive, I should say.
inoffensive. Okay. Let's see. Woof, there's a lot of offensive
Just
ones.
no, just something totally innocuous and pleasant, like the time you rescued a baby kitten.
I did do that once, actually.
Okay, tell us about when you rescued a baby kitten, and if it has a terrible ending, omit that.
No, there was a baby kitten. It lived outside our house, and then we just took care of him. And I
Aw.
called him Mr. White because he was all white.
Now, was this before or after Breaking Bad?
This was after Breaking Bad.
Okay, okay.
And I found him a home, and he still remembers me.
Aw.
So yeah, he's a cute cat. He loves people.
I get the distinct feeling that technically we should probably end the video there. Oops. Oh, I died protecting somebody.
You died protecting me. Ah,
Oh, okay, good. I protected
well-
you.
yeah, it was me all along.
Ah.
I was in your heart the whole time.
See what happens? You tell a nice story about protecting a kitten, and suddenly I save you instead of killing you like I did in the last round.
Yeah, but now you're dead.
Yeah, but that's okay, because I took someone with me. So you didn't realize my name was Freeballin' when we're talking about putting on underwear.
No, there it is, free balling. Uh,
Uh,
so that was my wholesome story. I saved a kitten.
aw. And there's not going to be any jokes about for lunch or anything like that. That's
Nope,
it.
nope. He has
That's
a
it.
home, and that's about it. I would have taken him, but I already have two cats at the time, so I have one.
Well, I had there was this cocker spaniel that was walking down the road, and naturally, I'm like a animal magnet for displaced animals that need to suck someone's money out through their ass. So this cocker spaniel comes strolling down my driveway, right up to my house, right up to me, and his ears are like bricks. And the reason his ears are like bricks is because they've been dangling in his food for years. So they're
Eek.
like rock hard, like cement. So whoever has been keeping him, has not been, doing any maintenance of this dog. So I take him in, go get the vet to cut the ear hair off, shave all that shit out and everything. And found a home for him, and that's just going to be a nice story too. And he
Hmm.
would remember me every time I'd see him at the vet's office. Like when the new owner would come in, he would be like, "Oh, it's you."
Oh, heartfelt. Well, speaking of which, now that I think about it, here's something that's not so heartfelt.
Uh oh, fuck a doodaloo.
So this cat was so nice and well behaved, and after I found him a home and everything, I came to think, did I just accidentally give somebody else's cat away?
Well, that's fine, because if you found it out bedraggled and homeless, even if it had a home, they weren't doing anything with it. So
That's true. He looked a little dirty. He would just come into the house, my house, and he'd just be like, just hang around. I'm like, what are you doing here, cat? And he'd just hang out.
you'd be like,
And I was
"Got
like,
any grapes?"
and my one of my cats, she doesn't like new people or new things, so I have to like move him to another spot because she would like attack.
Right, right.
But
Uh,
so yeah, my thought was like, I think I just gave somebody's cat away. Whoops.
well, when the cockers, and this is like a give and take conversation, I guess. I don't want to keep directing it back, but that cocker spaniel, I had a couple dogs too at the time, and so they decided to attack him at one point.
Uh,
One got the leg, the other got an ear. So I,
meh.
quickly rushed and broke that up. He wasn't permanently injured, anything like that. It was just one of those moments that was like harrowing, like, oh my god. But while I'm trying to get the dogs off him, and I'm screaming, "Get off him! Stop it! Get off him!" and the dog's going, "Oh!" like that. While I'm doing that, I see right within eye line my neighbors, the entire family, come out their front door, walk past where I am, not look, get in their car, and go off to what they were doing. And I'm like, "You motherfuckers! You sons of bitches!"
I probably would have done that.
I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I fucking saw that.
Well, you don't know the context. What if they're like, maybe I don't know. If I saw some guy yelling at a dog, and
Well, I'm
I
like
don't
on
know
the ground.
context,
I'm on the ground, full body on the ground, prying, fighting dogs apart, getting, bitten up myself, and I'm going, "Get off him!
you
Get off!"
probably shouldn't have been naked. That's the
Well,
worst
I
part.
was naked and I was oiled up, for unrelated reasons, but no.
Yeah, that's
So I'm like, well, that's an interesting thing. I know who I can't rely on in this neighborhood. Thank you.
I am not a reliable. I ignore. I ignore it. I'm like, I just ignore it. Da, da, da. No, my neighbors like argue all the time. Who is she? Who? And the guy's like, stop hitting me!
Oh,
And I'm like,
jeez. God
I'm like,
damn.
It's 3 a.m, so I think I might just try to sleep this off.
And then you hear the gunshots, and you're like, well, no holes in my wall, so...
No, it's just fireworks. Early.
So there
40s.
goes the jester. She successfully got herself hung.
Oh, poor cat with his stupid tail.
It's
Does it
crying.
work?
It's crying because no one else will take it in with that stupid tail.
Uh,
Aw.
Speaking of weird cats, my uncle's cat is a werewolf cat.
Oh, one of those big, weird-looking ones?
I think it's called like a Laoki cat or something like that.
Aren't they really oily, or no?
Oh, they are like sort of. It's like they're like those bald cats, but they have some hair.
Right.
So when you pet them, it's like petting like an old person's weird oily body. It's really uncomfortable to pet
And
them.
you would have experience with that how?
Well, anyways, so their skin's super loose because they're cats and all that. But just they're cute, and I call him Remy because he looks like a rat. But they are not fun to pet. Ugh.
I would imagine not.
Just they're like if you were petting a slightly furry foreskin. It's just
Oh,
not.
and
It's just
again,
not.
you would know this how?
Well, the experience from personal stuff, but
uh,
yeah, it's just not a. That's not a fun cat to pet.
Speaking of foreskin, that Will just said, I'm a big fat hairy mole doctor.
Oh yeah, did he now?
Yeah. I think he might be listening to us. Alright, so hopefully the jester killed an evil person. I don't know.
Hey, does anyone stream Town of Salem? Wouldn't it be hard because people could just kind of give all the information away?
Yeah, there's a huge problem with that. Oh, good, it was werewolf. But, yeah, I mean, people who stream Town of Salem, they have to put shit on their screen, like covering certain things and stuff like that. And it's just. And
Okay.
people, figure it out anyway, and it's just ridiculous.
Uh,
But, people want to enjoy it, so they, I guess, try to have a good time.
yeah. Going back to foreskins. Anyhow, got rid of mine a long time ago.
Back to the foreskin. I think wasn't that your indie film project you wanted to get going?
No, that was the next Star Wars movie coming out.
Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus. So here's a question for you.
Yes. 8 inches.
How much did it rain there during El Nino? There you go. 8 inches.
El Nino. Okay. 8 inches, yeah, it was quite a bit. I think it might snow tonight. That's what they said.
And if anybody out there is waiting for the Ketsup to say El Nino is Spanish for the Nino, he has already said that.
Without us recording, yeah.
Yeah, he's already pulled that ridiculous, awful joke.
Oh, all the other things I've said. Ooh, that's the one thing you mentioned.
Why are they hanging the survivor? That's what I'd like to know. Because right now there's, 2 serial killers, and there's, I think, 2 town members. So, really, they should not be going after the survivor, but apparently they are. Because the serial killers, being 2 serial killers, they probably are going to kill the 2 last town members tonight. And we both lose. God damn it! Jonathan Corwin says burner with fire. Why would you?
Who's Jonathan? Whatever.
Jonathan Corwin is King Pooper.
Oh yeah.
That's your name, buddy.
I didn't even know my own name.
Yeah.
Just like when I was a kid, it took me like until I was 5. Like, oh, that's me. You've been calling. Okay.
Oh, I'm motherfucker. Okay. I got it.
Uh,
Well, they killed the survivor for no reason, but that's all right.
she she had shifty eyes.
You, you're racist against people with black hair.
With people with shifty eyes.
Yeah, people with shifty eyes.
It's like you're racist against people who look nervous, like they just murdered somebody.
Yeah, that's an actual condition. It's called
like
called murderitis. I don't know.
It's like that. There's blood on your shirt. Oh, what do you think? He murdered somebody? That's just a part of his culture.
Yeah, it's stop culturally appropriating by bleeding all over him.
There's a knife there. Yeah, just so what? He needs it for
Yep.
medical reasons.
Yep. Stop oppressing the differently ventilated.
Some people just need extra holes.
Yep. Oh man. I don't know, I don't think we can top what we've already said so far.
About foreskins.
Yeah, I mean there's no coming back from foreskin. I mean, obviously.
May the foreskin be with you.
Apparently not, because in this culture, apparently it's okay to genitally mangle. What is it? Genital. What is it? Mutilation. Genitally mutilate male children. That's what the big to-do is on the interwebs.
Yeah.
What about male genital mutilation? Well, at least you don't. I know that this is a issue that people actually care deeply about, but my thought is at least you don't remember it. Whereas in the cultures that do that to women, they fucking remember it because they're a lot older.
Oh man, I had a professor at one point just start talking about male genitals and
Ugh.
mutilating and all that. It went on for almost the whole class. Like he was that passionate about it.
And this was like this was like a math course, right?
No, this we were discussing. It was like a history class, and we
Oh,
were covering that. And then he's just like, "Oh, different cultures and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Are we just talking about penises for this whole class?" Like, all right, I guess that's
well,
sure. I hated that guy. He made us buy his book.
Dr. Schlangenschmidt, please call me Dick. But yeah,
Ah,
made you buy his book, huh?
yeah.
Fucking I. That is such a fucking scam. Those books, but yeah.
You know, college is a giant scam. It's like, oh yeah, buy my book and you can't sell it again. So I had one guy, it was a psychology class, and what he did was you had to buy his book and then you had to rip out the pages you got the notes from and staple it to your paper.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so again, you can't sell it. So next year, whoever buys it, they have to buy the damn book again. And I was like, this is the scammiest bull crap I've ever
Wow.
dealt with. And he's like, well, you need to highlight where you got the notes, blah, 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 where you read it, and then tear it out and staple it. So he was just kind of like, yeah, you just have to highlight, and you just see your highlights, and then blah, blah. So I know you're paying attention. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
you,
I just went through the normal thing of buying the books and then the professor never having us crack them open, like never
uh,
using them. So I was like, great,
yeah,
thank
I,
you. Yeah.
I did the normal thing of just sleeping with the teacher, getting the A. My butt hurt
Yeah.
for a bit, but it happened.
Giving some A to get an A. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Imagine giving some A to get that D, though.
uh, well, in the end, you get an F, but yeah.
Hmm.
You get F'd at least.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
The thing is, what just happened in this game is that they hung the sheriff because
Okay.
the one town member didn't believe they were the sheriff. So
Uh,
the two serial killers and a town member, all three of them voted a town member. It's like, did you not realize you had two other votes for him that had to be the serial killers?
so they have two serial killers and one non-killer.
Right.
Oh wow, this guy's boned.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's my again because she has a history of being evil.
Well, she's actually the one town member who voted up her fellow town member.
Uh, Still don't trust her.
Because, I mean, you're new to the game, but... And also you're not paying attention to anything, but...
Or Nikki
Also...
with that evil-looking elf. He's covered in blood. He has an elf covered in blood. It's Nikki. How has no one noticed that? You got
How has
Nikki
nobody noticed this elf covered in blood?
and
What
a
happened to
werewolf.
this elf?
I mean, sure, the werewolf might be rehabilitated, and he's like, "Look, I was a part of my past. I'm a changed man now." But that elf is clearly covered in blood.
It's like she ran it over on the way to Salem today. It's just following her to try to get its bike back from her grill, you know?
He's like, "Help me, get me to the doctor."
Saz is gonna be plenty mad if I don't come in for work.
Why is he sound Hispanic?
Oh, God. But anyway,
Let's ignore that.
the last town member should have realized that when there were two other votes for somebody, they should have realized that's the two serial killers voting.
Well, you know how I feel about my, so
Oh,
I'm just happy she's getting it.
you're racist. Again, a woman with black hair.
Hey, I love women, brunettes, and all that. Just
I
her
love
face.
brunettes and all that other shit.
All the things with the soft bits and the squishies. I love all that.
Sure.
Drippy squishies.
Women are more than squishies. They're also brains. Well, wait, the brains are squishy.
It's squishy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's everything. All the good stuff in life is squishy.
true. What about the bricks that build your home?
And if they were made out of jello, it'd be better.
I fail to see how.